You're not reacting to your money. You're reacting to lifestyle inflation. And reacting is expensive. The people who feel calm about money, they're not smarter. They just follow a different set of habits that can change everything. Ever notice how money anxiety spikes when you're not sure if you can cover the basics? That uncertainty is what creates panic. So instead, get clear. Run your bare minimum numbers: housing, food, utilities, essentials. That number, that's your cash flow survival number. When money gets tight, clarity beats panic every time. And when you don't have that clarity, that's when you start leaning on the wrong things to fill the gap. Credit. Repeatedly. So here's a mindset shift that gets you unstuck. If you can't pay it off in 30 days, it's not a purchase, it's a debt. That one shift keeps your credit working for you instead of against you. Once credit starts carrying what cash flow can't, balances don't just sit there. They grow. And when that happens, it starts to feel like money is disappearing, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because costs are creeping up around you. Once a month, audit your spending like a business would. Subscriptions, groceries, services, small leaks. That's where your breathing room is hiding. When money feels tight, it brings up a deeper question. What would I actually do if something went wrong? That's the thought that keeps people up at night. You realize how much pressure is sitting on one thing, your income. And relying on one source feels fine until it isn't. A second source of income is your backup lane. The goal isn't more stress, it's less vulnerability. You go from panic to peace. But here's where that control starts to slip again. You stop looking at your money flow, not because you don't care, but because it feels overwhelming. So simplify it. Pick a cadence, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Look at what's coming in, what's going out, what can wait. Control doesn't come from restriction. It comes from awareness. When you stay aware, something else starts to improve almost automatically. Something that affects your options just as much as your cash flow. Your credit. Pay on time, keep balances low, avoid opening new accounts too quickly. Consistency is what makes everything easier. That's what turns credit into leverage instead of limitation. Over time, all of this starts to build something stronger. Confidence, not from reacting, but from knowing you're getting financially stronger every year. So make one move annually that impacts your credit, cash flow, or capacity. Increase income, cut a major expense, or eliminate a major debt. One move every year. That's how you become hard to break. Once you start making moves like that, the question shifts. It's not just what you can do with your money anymore. It's whether you should. Because a lot of financial stress doesn't come from not having options. It comes from making moves that don't actually support your life. So create a simple filter. Before you make a move, ask, is this moving me forward or just making me feel better? When your actions align with your priorities, you stop second guessing your decisions. And at that point, something changes. You're not just managing money anymore. You're directing it. When you give your money a clear role, growth, stability, flexibility, everything starts to feel different because now your money isn't just covering your life, it's building it. When your money starts working with intention, that's when control turns into something deeper. If you've noticed, none of this is extreme. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things consistently, because financial peace isn't about making more money. It's about feeling in control of what you already have. And eventually that control turns into confidence. Start with one habit. And if this gave you clarity, save this. You'll want to come back to it.